Andre Cacciaturian of Netson.com with my good friend Matt Perino of UFC.com. Matt, Tough 25 is over. Justin Gaethje defeating Michael Johnson in the second round via TKO. It was an exciting fight. Could be the fight of the year candidate. 195 significant strikes combined by the two fighters, according to Fight Metric. It really made up for the rest of the card. What do you think of that fight?
It was amazing. I mean, we talked about it right after the fight. A lot of guys average about 6 significant strikes per minute, and that's a good rate.
Yeah.
These guys combined for over 20 per minute. It was absolutely stunning to sit there and watch octagon side as they were trading. I counted 4 different times where either one of them were absolutely rocked. It looked like the fight was going to be over, and they recovered and they kept going. There was so much on the line here. Michael Johnson talked so much smack. He called him. He's bringing him up from the C League. Justin Gaethje said he was going to be game, and he was right. But guess what? At the end of the day, both guys performed so well. It was fun for the fans. Great start to International Fight Week 2 event slate here.
Absolutely, and Gaethje improves to 18-0 in his MMA career. 15 of those 18 wins by knockout. This guy made a name for himself today. Everybody knows who he is now. If you type Gaethje McGregor on Twitter, it's trending. And he called him out in the press conference. I mean, he looks like he has a bright future ahead of him, and he really looked good there. But honestly, at the end of the day, in that fight, there were a couple of moments, as you mentioned. Johnson had him against the wall. He hit him a few times really hard. Looked like he could have been knocked out as well. It was just a very even fight, and towards the end of that second round, both guys were just so exhausted. They're just standing and looking at each other. Neither one of them wanted to really attack each other. They were so exhausted, and it was evidenced by Gaethje's celebration at the end.
One thing I will say is Justin Gaethje made a fan of me today, made me a believer. You know, he came into this fight, he said what he was going to do, and he did it. I didn't necessarily believe it. I thought it was going to be a big step up in competition for him. He looked like he was right at home. No octagon jitters. He's undefeated for a reason. He is a serious contender. The one thing I will say, you cannot fight that kind of style and have longevity in the octagon. You are going to be facing some of the best strikers on the planet. He talked about Conor McGregor. You eat that left hand once or twice, and Floyd Mayweather could find that out later this summer. It's going to be a bad night, but great start for Justin Gaethje. And
it was a great start to fight week as well. Saturday night tomorrow, UFC 213. It's going to be exciting. Keep it on UFC.com and Nesson.com for all of your UFC 213 coverage.